guy, Tim That Train Guy, back again with something that's already been seen on the channel, but I thought I'd make a review of it for the heck of it. And also, 4th of July. So, here you go, 4th of July special. But, this is a Lionel u36b in a very patriotic paint scheme. It was originally my grandfather's, and when he passed away, I ended up getting it. This locomotive is based off a real-life thing. The seaboard coastline, along with a lot of railroads in the U.S., decided for the bicentennial they would repaint a couple of their locomotives to be more patriotic. Well, the seaboard decided to paint up one of their u36b freight diesels into a scheme similar to this. However, there are some differences. This locomotive, actually Lionel made two versions of it. There's the rarer blue version and this version. The running board on this locomotive is black. You can see here. Well, Lionel also made a specialty set for the Train Collectors Association, the Toy Train Collectors Association, also known as the TCA, which had the blue running board, and it was actually a blue decal on a white running board, which is a lot harder to make. And this was the more the version that appeared more in the that appears more, I will just say that. This locomotive you could get one of two ways. You could buy it separate sale, or you could buy it in a set with 13 billboard reefers with the 13 states that were the original 13 colonies in a pretty long freight set. Yeah, I don't think you'd be seeing that nowadays, but it also had a caboose with it. I do have the caboose. It's somewhere. I'm still looking for it. I was hoping to find it for the video, but I don't know where it is. But it came with a red, white, and blue caboose to match. And that's really about it for this locomotive. It has the famous Lionel Pullmore motor, a mechanical E-unit, which is the old E-units, which means you, from underneath, which there isn't much, no, that happens too, but from underneath, you can control the direction with this lever here. This I like to, when it's on, it's in loud mode. When it's off, I like to call that quiet mode, because it just runs in one direction. And that's about it. And mechanical side, it doesn't have a horn, no bell, nothing really special. Just like a post-war locomotive, a very basic post-war locomotive. And this wasn't the only item made for the bicentennial either. Lionel also made a F3 in the Preamble Express livery, which was the train that ran before the Freedom Train, and it ran with E-units, so Lionel decided to replicate that in F-unit form. And a GP9, I forget which railroad it was for, but there was a GP9 that was in a bicentennial scheme. So this was only one of 3 locomotives, and it's the one you see more of. I think it was way more common because it came in sets, and it came as separate sale. And it's actually a decent puller, and it is the oldest operating locomotive in my collection right now. I need to get something fixed, so maybe its title will be stolen soon. But it doesn't have much in the way of separately applied detail either. It has a brake wheel, has the separately applied chrome horn, and that's actually it. On the front here, you can see the implication of ditch lights, which I think is a decent enough addition to the locomotive. If you look on the front, there's a pretty, if it would focus, but there's pretty torn up, a presidential seal, and a seaboard coastline logo. If it would focus. I wish it would focus. I'm on camera, you can do it. There we go, now I did it. But there's an old SCL seal there. I'm probably at some point going to find a new decal sheet for this locomotive so I can bring it back to what it would have looked like originally. However, for now, it's in its as-gotten state. You can see the presidential seal on the side of the locomotive in greater detail. Other than that, there really isn't much else to this locomotive. It did have lights in the cab. I need to replace them. Like a lot of my locomotives with lights, I need to replace them. Now that I'm going over the history and some of the features of this locomotive, well, all the features of the locomotive, I'm just going to give it for a little spin with a train of mostly MPC-era freight cars and my one Air Force tanker. Enjoy! Oh, might need a kickstart. Come on there. Come on. It does this. There we go. Okay, last couple of seconds here, I might as well say something. Happy 4th of July to everybody. I don't know if this video is going to come out before or after it. I'm still not sure. But, this locomotive is decent runner. Buyer beware, of course, if you're going to go and buy one of these locomotives. Of course, when buying any used model trains, just be careful about it. As you saw there, I had to push it to get it started, but if I had the E-unit on, it would probably a jackrabbit start. It would just fly off. But because I don't have the E-unit on, because I like it to run quieter, I just give it a decent shove and it's off with its train. It's decently powerful, and it has, some decent sentimental value to me. I'd like to thank everybody for watching this video. If you're here at the end, I don't know, go have a cookie. And thank you for watching. Have a good day.